Beautiful people. Okay, hello. My name is Jean Nangwala, and I am super excited to be hosting because usually I'm answering questions, so this feels different. I like this. I really like this. I am from Zambia. I'm from Lusaka, Zambia, and I'm a Freely and Hope alumni. And I'm super excited for you to listen to, Faith's experience and she'll share how the holistic program has helped her. I mean, I've been with Reading Hope for 9 years and I saw how just the whole program helped me to be where I'm at today and to be as talkative as I am. So thank you, Freely Hope. And today we're launching the new membership program, which is the Hope Circle, and you are here for the Hope Circle launch party. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And then Nicole is going to explain more about what does Freely in Hope do, what is it about, and I'll come back and still share my experience, and you will hear from Faith as well, who's incredible talent. Freely in Hope has a lot of incredible and talented young women, which is super exciting. So now I'm just gonna ask Nicole to kick us off by explaining what is Freely in Hope really about.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you all. I haven't seen a lot of these names in a while, so it's good to see you all. I'm so glad you're here to kick off this event for us. What we're doing today is having a conversation between two of our very important women leaders who have really grown in our community, and they'll be sharing their stories with you in terms of how our programs at Freely and Hope have been able to foster their sense of leadership and their sense of healing as they're moving forward in the world and pursuing their dreams. My name is Nicole Lim. I am the International Director of Freely in Hope. And Freely in Hope, for those of you who might be new to our organization, we are an organization that seeks to end the cycle of sexual violence. We equip survivors and advocates to lead in ending the cycle of sexual violence in Kenya and in Zambia. So today's conversation will be with Jean, who's from Zambia, and Faith, who's from Kenya. And you'll get to hear all about their experience of how our programs have benefited their growth and trajectory. And we'll also be sharing about our Hope Circle membership, which literally encircles them with the support that they need to thrive. So I hope that you're as excited for this conversation as I am. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat and we'll get to them later on in the program. All right, Jean, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Well, this feels weird, but just as Nicole mentioned about the program in itself, and I'm from Zambia. I was one of the first few girls, and I was super excited about just going to school. I just wanted to go to school, and then I got there and realized I actually need counseling. And then when I did counseling, everything just opened up. Like there was just so much that I needed help with, and Freely Now provided me with that space. So I'm gonna invite Faith, who we're gonna have this discussion, and you'll see how even if we were born from like different countries and we grew up in different regions, what we needed was similar as survivors and just growing up as young African women who had big dreams. And here we are today, just really excited that we completed school and high school too, college for me. So that's really exciting. Hi, Faith. You're muted, sweetheart. I can't hear you. Hi. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I need your earrings because, I love earrings and your earrings are beautiful.
I yours too.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Faith, what's going on? Tell us more. What's happening? Give us an update on your life. What's happening right now?
Okay. My life is exciting.
Yeah.
Like to start from, right now I'm just doing social work in a certain organization called Madini. Helping in community work related issues where we go to fields and many other things. At the same time, I am a Feeding Hope Fellow.
Yes. Oh, that's exciting.
And after that, I'm a survivor advocate in my community, helping other girls discover themselves, know what they want in life, and like go for it.
Yes. Oh, I am feeling that. Like you're just like, go for it. Like, how does it feel? Because we grew up, getting this help and, like being part of Freedom Hope, but now you are able to help other girls. Like, how does that feel for you? Like right now?
Hey, so interesting. As in you feel like, yeah, you have achieved your goals. Even though you are in that journey, you just feel like you're faith you are going there, faith you will be there. Yeah, that's the feeling. I can't
Oh
even
my God.
express.
Oh God, I love you. I love you. And one thing that they don't know about Freedom Hub, when we meet in retreats and stuff, we share our talents. So singers sing and dancers dance and we act and we do that. We found, like safety in our art expression as survivors. So I know you're a poet. I've heard your poems and I think people should hear your poems. So I'm going to let you do your thing.
Yeah, such a great opportunity. I thought it always happened on the retreat only. So even here we can showcase our talent. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me receive the honor of the Madam MC and share the poem with you. Okay, today I have a poem. This poem is so deep. Prepare yourselves. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to as in pause for a moment, you can just pause for a moment wherever you are. If you want to as in feel like you are in that position, as in have the feeling, you're free to do what you want. We are in a free world where we want people to express themselves the way they want. And with that, let me continue with the poem. It was so painful at the beginning. I remember the worst moments. All the struggles, wounds, and scars. A very scary and frustrating night. Unbelievable and very heartbreaking. Was it meant to happen? Or it was just a life accident? They ignored the voice of the innocent girl as she was shouting and looking for help. They judged her and led her into total damage. Damage that only God's mercy would save her. They opposed her and discouraged her from doing what she thought would work for her. Seeking justice, of course. They mocked and made the little innocent girl to feel like a liar, stubborn, and hypocrite. Among the society, friends, and religious leaders, no one was there to support her. Will she ever be able to forgive? Tell me, my people. Will she ever be able to forget? Tell me, my people. Will she ever be able to heal? Tell me, my people. They say that she has got sexy eyes, not knowing that it was caused by the tears that she shed lonely inside her room. She put a smile on her face to hide the broken wound inside her heart. She cries to pretend that she is happy with her life, but deep down, she's fighting demons that no one would be able to deal with, hoping that one day she will win the bitter battle. despite all that, she still hopes that there is light after darkness. Since she joined school, she will still be an advocate to help other vulnerable girls in her community and make them know their worth. She will fight for their rights as they make their voice to be heard. By this doing, yes, absolutely, she will be able to forgive. She will be able to forget. And finally, she will be able to heal as she works for forgiveness, because we say forgiveness is a process, of course. Let's join hands to be the hope for survivors. Let's join hands to make end the cycle of sexual violence in our community and all over the world. Let's join hands to help in transforming lives, knowing that there is beauty in the midst of brokenness. Thank you.
Oh my God. You're amazing. Thank you so much. When you were doing your poem, I just remembered this, like the last part where you say, let's join hands, to fight against sexual violence. And I think when I was younger, when the violence happened, at first, people would just say, oh, we'll pray about it, it's going to be all right, and then we move on. Like, there is so much crying by yourself, because we come from like vulnerable communities where there's so much things that we need to worry about, and worrying about you went through that right now is not priority. So my question to you is, what were the needs that you had back then? Like, if you could go back to that girl, the younger girl who's just going through the pain and feeling alone, what were your needs?
Thank you so much, Jean, for this question. I think I've been in many interviews, but they have never known which questions I like. I think I like this question.
I'm glad you do.
Yeah. What were the needs of the younger version of Faith? What were the needs of what did I need at that time?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, my audience and everyone, Jean, I needed support. I needed basic needs.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to be in school like each and any other girl. I needed to see myself going to school and not being chased out of school. Like, I needed to have a feeling. You see, when the teacher is coming inside with the list of people who have not paid school fees,
Oh yeah,
and they are being called by name just to go out and look for school fees at home,
Mm-hmm.
you know that even coming to school was just like your mother borrowed fare so that you can be in school. It
That's
was
true.
not
That's
easy.
true. Oh yeah.
So I needed school fees. I needed education like any other girl, even though I had come from an abuse. I needed to have that feeling. Like, I also needed to have such things like upkeep so that I can be able to purchase myself a pad without asking for in the wrong way in the wrong people. I needed to have something like a soap to feel good without when I mess my clothes, I can be able to wash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I needed to have someone I can listen to. I needed someone who can listen to me too. I needed a psychologist, a counselor who will walk with me, who will lead me, who will sit down without judging me and I will be able to tell her how I feel, what I feel, and I can be able to express my feelings, my thoughts, and eventually be able to deal with them without being judged or without being mocked or ridiculed. I was
Faith, can you hear me? While we're waiting for Faith, I don't know if you can hear her, and I'm the only one who can't hear her.
Yeah, Faith cut out for a minute, so hopefully she'll come back. Go
Okay.
ahead, Jean.
There's something that Faith mentioned that was really important, and just talking about being in school and knowing that at one point someone could tell you to, like a teacher is coming and reading through who paid school fees. It was always scary because you don't know if this is the time when someone is going to ask you, you need to leave. And the mockery comes with you if you're not in a space where you learn more about English. How can you express yourself in a certain way? It's hard to even express your pain. And as survivors, that was really important for us to be able to have an education, to be able to go to school without our parents worrying and us worrying that we're going to be chased out. To just know that I can build on my life and I can stand up for myself one day and say, this is wrong. And I don't need to keep quiet because I need to worry about every other thing. I need to worry about having food. I need to worry about having pads. If I have pads right now, I'm not going to look for them elsewhere, and I can worry about building on my future. So that's something that was also helpful for me when I first joined Freely in Hope. Nicole, do you have anything to say on that or no?
Yeah, I think Faith just came back, but I think this is a really important conversation, is something that I've learned from the both of you, where we need to listen to what the needs of the survivor are, because there's multiple needs. And I think when I first started Freely in Hope, it was like just education, right? Because everyone was saying like, we just want to go to school. And while that was, of course, a very essential part of growth and healing for both of you, it wasn't the only thing. And so that's why, in listening more to the needs that you had, we had to build those systems around you both, so that through education, through counseling, through that community of support and belonging and love and nurturing, you can then rise up and thrive through that. So I think Faith's back. Faith, you want to come back on?
Yeah.
Hey, so we're just like really talking about there's more needs. In as much as we really need education, we needed every other thing as well. And so can you share with us, like, how did Freely in Hope support your needs?
Another awesome question. Okay, Freedom Hope supported. I said that it's like all my needs were catered for. First, Freedom Hope discovered that I can't stay at home. They looked for a safe space and immediately helped me move and settle there. So I live in a hostel, safe space, safe environment. I'm so happy, and that has made my mental health so much good, and like without many challenges. I just feel that I am so much prevented from a lot of things that I would be learning from.
Yeah, that's very
At the
interesting.
same time,
Yeah, go on. Go on, you're good. Faith?
at the same time, they helped me get school fees. As in, I used to be chased out of school for real. I would be chased twice per week, even every month. I'll just count myself. I will not do either opening exam, either midterm or enter, because I'll be at home without school fees, without studies. As in, I was just being chased out of school. But Free in Hope still discovered that I need to be in school, to be in a safe space, and to be like to study like any other girl, because education is the key. At the same time, they saw that I cannot only survive in school without some basic needs, like soap, like having a small upkeep where you can buy some things that you don't have in school. And that was a huge blessing, because I was able to distinguish myself from being someone who was not known, or who was not like, who was nobody to becoming somebody. I got time to start making myself better by writing poems and knowing myself better, because everything else is catered for, so I don't have stress. Having positive mental health was like huge great blessing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's good.
also, yeah, go on. I can preach.
Hey, I like it. Keep preaching, because this is important. Like, for real, education is so important for especially African kids. Like, you need to go to school if you're even going to stand a chance anywhere else. And then just being female as well. Like, some people will be like, well, it's okay. You don't really have to go to school, because one day you're going to get married and your husband will take care of you and you can have a mediocre life. Just that.
In the
And then
kitchen.
you'll be in the kitchen. And so for you, knowing that you want more than just being in the kitchen, if
Yeah,
you're like
I
me,
wanted
you
to
really don't like cooking. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I just don't want to be cooking. No, I want to sleep and go to work.
You cannot be cooked in that kitchen.
Thank you very exactly. Wow, like, there is more. Like, I want to look good. I want to be able to buy earrings. I want to be able to buy necessary things just that make me feel good about myself. And being a survivor, because of what you've gone through, is people will call you names, and they have their biases. They throw you a lot of shame, and there's a need to feel like yourself. Like, you just want to discover yourself. And there's so much barriers when it comes to that. You're a female, you're a survivor at the same time. Like, there's a lot of barriers when it comes to education. So for me, the importance of school, one of them was definitely so that somebody else can cook for me, because I'm not cooking. So for you, why was it so important for you to go to school?
Okay, it was the reason why it was important for me to go to school is that, well, for me to be who I am today, it's because I got someone who had studied psychology to help me process my thoughts.
True.
Like, deal with the trauma, deal with those as in psychological issues. I needed to be that person in future. I needed to be one day sitting in a position where I can be able to support a girl or help her, or even, because I believe that I never knew my rights. So I believe that if I can be that voice of that someone who wants to, like, know her right. Maybe he or she has been abused or done what, but she needs to, like, to be able to deal with it. She has first to know her right. So I needed to first go to school, get knowledge, and be able to be able to help anyone who might be in that position, or be able to heal myself. Because when you are there in the village or in the community, you can't be able to heal.
Yeah.
And being in such a position, you don't grow.
Yeah,
so I wanted to grow and help any other girl grow.
Yeah, that's really true, because I don't know. I know about Zambia because I'm Zambian, and not most people, young people, would like talk about their problems. Talk about their issues, even their hurt, even women in general. Like, you will not hear a number of people complain, or because talking about your mental health was seen as complaining. It's like, oh, that happened a long time. Oh, you were raped 5 years ago. What do you mean? What are you talking about? And it's like, it's hindering how I receive education, how I receive, help, and just how I move through life. It's because I don't know. And also with psychology, I didn't even know that psychology could be a career until I got some education. And I was like, to be honest, I can sit here and listen to people's problems. Yes, this is what I want to do. Come tell me all your problems. Like, I did not know that could be a career. So thank you.
Preach it, my sister.
That's true. So now you've received the support, and you're you're now this woman who wants to help and give back to your communities. Can you share with us, like, how are you going to support other survivors moving forward? Faith, could you hear me?
Come up again, Jean. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Can you share how, now that you received the support, how are you going to support other survivors moving forward?
Moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
right now, actually, I said that I'm practicing survival advocate in my community, like helping girls know that their position is better than done in the kitchen.
Hey,
So
yes,
I'm trying to talk.
say that
to my-
point again, please. Say it for the choir behind to hear you. What?
Yeah, we don't belong to the kitchen.
Not
So,
just the, thank you,
trying
not just
to-
the kitchen.
Yeah, we belong everywhere, but not in the kitchen.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to talk to my people, to girls in my community, helping them by just telling them to know their rights, how they can handle such things when they happen, and like being the voice. Because I know, as in for me, I have come from somewhere. I remember 7 years ago when Nicole came in my life, someone could just ask me my name and I'm just crying, literally crying like a baby.
Oh, man.
I couldn't even spell my name. But I have grown up to be this girl who shouts even in the computer.
Yes. We love it.
And if she can shout like this in the computer, what outside here? So I'm trying to tell girls to, as in, join hands. Let's work together. Let's try to end the cycle of sexual violence by the help of organizations like Freedom Hope and other community-based organizations like Madini, and all through, we will be able to achieve some goals. We will be able to live according to our motto of ending the cycle of sexual violence.
Thank you.
I believe that we are somewhere right now. Nicole will tell you more. And I know that this is a journey and we have conquered. We have conquered.
Oh, yes.
At the same time, let me just talk to Nicole. Nicole, how do you feel that you can ask me my name and I say my name like loud? Remembering that one day I used to just cry.
Oh, man.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I know she's so happy wherever she is. she's
right.
proud of me.
Oh, we're proud of you. I'm proud of you. Like, I just love you, and I love talking to you. You're amazing. So if you have any questions for Faith, please just put them in the chat box, and she will love to, like, have the conversation with you and just share her experience. And if you have questions for me as well, I'd love to share my experience with you, or questions for Nicole. She will answer that as well. And I am going to call Nicole back because we need her to answer how come, like, from crying when you just like called her name to now being the Faith that she is, super excited about life and wants to show people who she is. Like, how do you feel, and how has like Freely in Hope supported Faith's dreams?
Yeah, it's quite remarkable, actually, remembering the both of you when I first met you, Jean, in 2010.
Oh yeah, I do want to talk to you. Oh no.
Right. Didn't want to talk. And then Faith also, like you said, Faith, couldn't even say your name because there's just so much shame attached to your identity and who you are. And now you are proclaiming your name everywhere you go.
Mm,
When you go out to the community, you're speaking, you're advocating, you're uplifting other girls. And I feel like all of this is only possible because, like Faith said in her poem, of that coming together, people like
mm.
me coming together with people like you, coming together with the donors that are on this call. All of us are coming together to encircle you with the support that you need to thrive. And so that's what our holistic education model is all about. And our Hope Circle members literally fund that model to ensure that our holistic approach is uplifted in our programs. So our Hope Circle members, they are our monthly donors who believe in our audacious mission of ending sexual violence through a holistic approach. Like I said before, just giving a survivor education, and like you both said too, it's simply not enough. That in addition to education, you need the safe spaces and safe living opportunities and mental health support that can actually help you go to school well. And so how our holistic model looks is we surround each of our scholars with everything that they need to support their dreams. And so it includes tuition, counseling, mentorship, safe housing, healthcare, legal aid, and a community of belonging. And that community of belonging at Freely and Hope, I think, is really critical for all of our growth, right? Where I learn how to be a better advocate, where you learn how to also advocate with your own story and your own voice. We're all learning together so that we can build this world that we want to see, and this world that's free of sexual violence. And so how the investment works for Hope Circle members is Hope Circle members are funding this core of our work because while we support our scholarships, our scholars in the program, their leadership is actually expanded into the community where we're reaching. Last year, we reached 13,000 people in the community. But that all starts with the core of this work, which is this year will be 31 girls in our program. And so through the 31 girls, their leadership expands to the thousands of people in the community. So this core of our work is really essential to equipping the leadership of survivors in our community. And so if you're giving $30 a month, that funds counseling for a whole month. If you're giving $100 a month, that funds healthcare and high school tuition for the entire month. If you're giving $250 a month, that's university tuition per month. Safe housing is $60 per month. And to fund this holistic support of the community that's involved in all of the staffing support, all of the leadership development programs that they're doing, even the community engagement work, that community to fund is $1,000 per month. So you're literally encircling each of our scholars with everything that they need to become the women that they hope to be in the world. And that truly, seeing that trajectory is my greatest gift. And I'm just so proud of you both for taking all of these tools and all of these opportunities and not just utilizing them, but evolving them and expanding them beyond my wildest dreams. Like for both of you, Jean and Faith, like I would have never imagined that you would be where you are today, telling me, how I could be a better leader, telling me how I could be a better advocate, and now speaking on this platform to people all across the world to share your experience and your story. So I'm so proud of you both. And I'm so excited to invite more people into this mission of ending sexual violence through our holistic education program.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you. To be honest, I never thought we would be here today. I mean, how many years later? 10, 11? And just seeing myself like talk as much as I do today, that's a miracle.
And let me just say, like, you and Faith, like, you're not the only ones. Like, I want everyone to know, like, we have 31 of y'all that have grown from not wanting to talk, not being able to say your name, not being able to even identifying, both of you identifying as a survivor advocate. Like that growth and trajectory through the many years of intentionality and hard work on your end has now transcended to this point. And it's just such a beautiful experience to witness.
Thank you, Nicole. So just talking about the whole system and the program, how it works, and how I've even seen it, like in Zambia, it opened. Zambia finally has its own, like more girls. I'm excited about that. And then I met them last year. It was the most amazing thing ever. And you could just see their dreams, but they're, like when they start this journey and see and find help and have an education and be able to express themselves, y'all are not ready, because the
It's true.
blessings and the talents that's out
The
there,
next generation,
it's everything.
they're coming. They're coming up.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump into the Q&A. So if you have questions, please put them in the chat box and I'll get back to that. And Faith and I will answer the questions. Or if you have questions for Nicole, she will answer that. But I'm going to invite someone special. I would never met them and I'm excited to meet them. So Sheena Evans is going to join us and ask, oh, hi. And then you're going to, kick us off and ask your first question.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say, just the power I hear from both of you guys' voices. I know Jean specifically, I've kind of watched a little bit of your progress and heard like stuff that you've gone through and things that you've walked through, like through Nicole's voice, and to see how confident and powerful you are, it's just like almost brings me to tears. I'm not even lying. So that's
thank you.
I'm in awe watching you guys. It's awesome. So excuse me if I cry. It seriously is awesome to see. And Faith, your poem and your voice of just passion is just beautiful. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you for sharing that. It was really, really touching. Speaking of like everything you guys have gone through over the years and what you guys have survived, I had a question that I was thinking about actually yesterday for you guys. What exactly, like what through your healing processes have you come through? Like, what have you realized that you don't struggle with anymore? So through the process of healing, maybe you struggle with one thing and you like come to realization like today, like, oh my gosh, I don't struggle with that anymore. Or can you kind of elaborate on something like that? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Faith, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Ever ready?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. What is the greatest thing that I have realized in my healing is the self-healing. Self-healing made me be able to recover myself. I was able to deal with my psychological issues, as I said earlier, and at the same time, I was able to deal with my traumatic things like, as in PTSD was like so overwhelming for me. I could push it to friends. I'd never had friends. Push it to, as in family. I would just see anything bad in my family, and as in my friendship world, I never had like close people because I thought they will hurt me, they will harm me. Trust was an issue. But ever since I just decided like, hey, this one is becoming so overwhelming and I have to deal with it. I decided to be ready to deal with it, like walk in that process of healing. Though my counselor told me that it's not easy, and she told me that we will work together, and sure we have worked together. I'm working on my healing because I know healing is a process, and forgiveness still a process, but I know I'll be there. There is no need of lying for sure. Forgiveness, I just have to take a lot of time on it so that I can be able to forgive. Yeah.
For me, just like Faith mentioned, when it comes to like self-healing, I think it was a concept that I didn't think was possible. Like, how can I actually heal myself? And then just really realizing that through my art I am able to express my pain and I'm able to let it go. Like, yes, it's a process and it's gonna take a long time, but in that second I'm able to remove a bit of, a bit of that and move forward. It's like, yes, I'm gonna write it down and express it, and we're moving forward, because I was not as confident. Like Nicole mentioned, I do not want to stand in front of people. I knew I like the spotlight, but I was like, but this is so, like, I do not belong here. And through my healing, I've realized that who actually says you don't belong? Like, who made them the police of saying only these people belong and you don't belong? Like, I actually belong, and everyone belongs, and we all bring something different to the table. So in as much as my pain and my past is different from yours, you bring something from your worldview, and my perspective too is as important as your perspective, and all this can coexist. Like, I don't need to hide myself anymore, and I don't need to feel less of a person just because of my past. Like, I am better and more than what just happened to me. So through my healing, I have rediscovered myself and my potential.
Wow, thank you. Thank you guys for sharing. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. I was almost like, wait, what? Who's the Jin you're talking about? But thank you so much. Thank you,
Yeah,
Sheena.
awesome. Yes, thank you.
If you have any questions, please, Faith is here. I'm here. We're going to answer them. So I am Faith. You could just share with us like any advice that you have for people who want to support Freely and Hope while we wait for questions.
What I will do, I have a lot of things to say about those people who support Freely and Hope, but today I'll just share. I don't want you guys to be overwhelmed, so I'll just share a bit.
Mhm.
You guys, you should, I just want you guys to know that your support don't go as in just in vain. You can see the product. If I am the product, Jean is the product, and other products that Nicole has said you don't know, we'll be talking to you. We will be doing interviews so that you can see your product, as in you help people. Like for me, I don't know where I would be for sure if not that Nicole decided to work with me through your help, and she was able to take me back to school so that I can reclaim my voice back. And now you can see, even Shannon has said that my voice is good. It's not an easy thing. So, like, you guys should know that what you do is not just as in a small thing. Sometimes you do something and you think that it's just a token, but you don't know what you're doing to that person. You don't know the places that I have stepped in just because you made me go back to school. And after finishing my Form 4, you guys, as in through your help, I was able to join campus and get my diploma in psychology. And right now, I can be able to do sessions for people. And at the same time, I can be able to take care of myself and my child as well. So thank you so much, guys, for deciding to work with us. We are so grateful, and we know that through more and more people who will be coming to support Freely in Hope, we will be able to support other girls in our communities where they think that they belong as in the community. They will know that somebody somewhere is thinking about them and is ready to work with them. That sometimes in life, you don't need everyone to support you, but only that person who can work with you will, as in, that one person will make you feel that, as in, you are not useless at all.
Yeah.
Like for me, I believe that Nicole deciding to work with me, even the way I was broken, as in, it was a great achievement, not only to me, but also to my family, and not only to my family, but also to my younger small daughter who is around 9 years. She's approaching 9. So like it was just educating one person, you feel like you have educated everyone. I was the first person to join campus in my family of 10. And that is just a huge, as in that is great. That is something that
It
let's
is.
just say even catastrophe, something that has never been heard of. Like seeing one person, I'm the eighth born. You can imagine
Mm-hmm. I think we lost Faith.
all those people never
Okay,
managed to
yes,
join the
Faith.
campus. But God bringing distinct connectors like you, I was able to join, and my family believe in me, and they see that they can, as in I have a potential. Just because
Mm-hmm.
you decided maybe to buy me basic needs like shopping and give
Mm,
me fare, like let me go to school and school fees is paid. Simple
yeah,
things. You can see it's simple, but for me
that's true.
it was just a great. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so great. Thank you so
Mm-hmm.
much. Guys, continue supporting Freedom Hope, continue supporting us. We are so grateful, and for sure we don't take it for granted.
Yeah. I mean, like you mentioned, we grew up in this in like in our families, all that we needed was an example of you graduated, so that means I can graduate too, and this is possible for us. This is not just something you watch on TV or see people, other people, like, oh, my, graduation happened. And now that you graduated, the possibility that your daughter as well is gonna graduate one day is like huge. And for me too, like when I graduated, my baby sister is finishing high school this year, and she's super excited about going to university because it's possible. Her older sister went to university and graduated, so it is really possible for her. And my mom celebrates my graduation anniversary, which is like, okay. And she does this, and she just wrote like, this is the best day of my life. I'm like, mom, also I'm graduating, but it's a huge deal. And just one person graduating, it's like the whole family has graduated, and it's opened up to more
True.
possibilities.
Mm,
We have a question
mm.
from Suzanne. What modern day tools, this is a question for you and me, Faith. What modern day tools do you think would be helpful for the younger Freedom Hope members? Perhaps the needs have evolved given present day challenges. Um, I'll go first. Like, how can younger Freedom Hope members support? We just talked about how, like it could be something as small as giving $5. Or you tell your child, like, oh yeah, this week you could just, put in your bag $5, and next week put $5, and the other week $5 will go a long way. When that adds up, and it comes to a scholar in Zambia or a scholar in Kenya, it adds up, and it can either help with their food, it can help with their self-housing, it can help, just putting it to them buying books. And I think we don't we don't realize how small acts of kindness just go a long way. And if kids just also realize that a small amount, it could look really small to them, will mean so much to somebody else. Like just being like, oh yeah, and yeah, you got a note from Jean and she was saying thank you because she managed to buy her school book. Like it really goes a long way. So if they can just do that, in as much as, yes, COVID is a real thing right now, and most people have left their homes and they are in need a lot, like in need of the basic need. Just having food will be good enough. So if you can just even just give from for that, we'll be grateful and appreciate. Faith, what do you have to say about that?
Me, what I would say about that, I would still talk about safe housing
Mm-hmm.
and education at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel that as in when we give when we maybe top up onto what we give, top up a bit, we will be able as in to bring more scholars in the organization, and we will be able to take them to school. At the same time, we will be able to provide safe housing for them. Because I think that is the challenge that I see in my community, where people are unable to join school, and if they are able to join school, they can't even get fare to go to that school. So when they get safe housing, maybe around the school, they will be able to go to school and like they will learn without stress. Then at least they will be someone in life. We will be able to end the cycle of sexual violence if we want, and we will be able like to be the voice of the voiceless by just doing that.
Thank you. And since we're talking about just how growing freely in hope and growing our support, and how can you, donate to this cause to ensure that girls in this program, girls like me, grow up to be better and more than me, definitely more than me in Jesus' name. Grow to be that and grow to also be like Faith and go and aspire more and achieve their dreams. I'm gonna call Nicole so that she can explain what else can you do and how can you support and tell us more about the Hope Circle.
Yes. So, as we've discussed, the Hope Circle membership encircles our scholars like Jean, like Faith, with all the holistic needs that they need to thrive in their education and thrive in their leadership so they can become the leaders and the women that they want to be in our world. And so, what we're doing this year, and especially launching this month because it's Women's History Month, so all the women
Woo-hoo!
taking up space in our world,
We are.
we are taking up space in this virtual room right now, and that is going to transcend to other places like CEO offices in the UN. Amen. So
Yes.
so what we're launching this month is a new Hope Circle membership benefit. So this includes, if you sign up this month, you'll get a special welcome gift of Freely in Hope swag sent to your door. You'll also get special monthly newsletters with impact stories from scholars. And this is what we're doing this year only. Well, not only, but this year we're launching is Faith is going to be interviewing different scholars every month. So you get to learn a little bit more about their experience behind the scenes, what they're dealing with in school. And those will be sent to you in a monthly newsletter. And then you'll also be invited to quarterly live Q&As with scholars and alumni from Kenya and Zambia. So very much like this conversation that we're having today, they will be exclusive only to Hope Circle members moving forward. Today, we open it up to everyone because we wanted to invite you into this membership with us so that you can get exclusive information around how our scholars are really learning and thriving and growing and healing. And then lastly, you'll also get membership discounts and early access to future events. As many of you know, we have a huge annual gala every year, which is the party. It is like, not to brag, but it is probably the best event that I've ever been to. And it happens every year and it gets better every year. So you'll get special discounts for those events. I want to circle back a little bit back to the quarterly live Q&A. So the reason why we wanted to start these conversations as well is because a lot of our donors, a lot of our supporters are always asking me, Nicole, what can I do to be a better advocate with survivors? I have a sister, I have a friend, I have people in my church, people in my school who recently told me that they were survivors. How can I be a better advocate? And so as a Hope Circle member, we also want to equip you to teach you and train you on best practices to advocating with survivors and advocating for justice and hope in our world. In the past 10 years, I've been really blessed to have learned from people like Jean and like Faith who tell me every day how I can be a better advocate with them. And we wanted to bring that same wisdom and insight to our Hope Circle members. And so we hope that you will join us. Like Faith said, join hands and together, come together to support the dreams of survivors, encircle them with the support that they need to thrive, and funding our support, so that funding their support so that they can truly thrive and become the survivor advocates that they want to be in our world. So our goal is by the end of this month, because it's March, it's Women's History Month. If you want to support women this month, the best way to do that is to become a Hope Circle member. Our goal is to have 31 new members, which will be one new member a day. And that also will kind of match with each of our 31 scholars that we have this year. So check out the link in the chat and sign up today, and you'll get a special swag bag.
That's exciting. Can I get a swag bag? Okay.
Yes, I will give you a swag bag.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And just like circling back, you say something that was so important, and just thinking about Suzanne's question, how learning how to be better advocates, like for younger Freedom Hope members, that's also important. Like, what is the language behind how can you work and walk with survivors? Because sometimes, like we said, in as much as the education is important and they need that, they also need people to be intentional and know the language behind, like when you're communicating with survivors. And so if you can get them to be part of, the Hope Circle and access these resources that educate them, that will be awesome as well, because then they go out and meet survivors and work with survivors and work with Freely and Hope. Thank you. We're right here and we're grateful. So yeah, thank you, Nicole. I'm going to invite Faith, because Faith has so many things, so many poems, and multi-talented. This girl can dance, first of all. The girl can act. What can't you do, ma'am? Like, what else?
Preaching.
And preaching, yes, the girl can preach. The girl can do all of it. So we're going to let you share another poem with us. And thank you so much for just, continuously being yourself and sharing with us.
So you want another poem?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, I do.
I know all of you want another poem, because I know sometimes poetry is so sweet because it's people expressing themselves in a way that is not so direct. So it's just like someone is telling them stories, and everyone loves stories. So poetry is like that. As I said earlier, I like advocating for girls. I usually call myself a survivor advocate, because for sure, everywhere where women are being undermined or what, I can't fit. I just have to fit where women are being encouraged, motivated, and supported to do what they can do best. So there was an International Day of the Girlhood where I decided to write a poem for girls. And today I'm going to share it with you, lucky people, because I feel that you'll be inspired, motivated, and encouraged with it. Let's keep it going. The beautiful girl in our society that are full of dreams, vision, determination, who only dream of becoming winners and successful. And that's the beauty of transformation. The beautiful voices and faces they have. They don't want to lock themselves in a closed shell, full of stories of inspiration and hope. And that's the beauty of transformation. The happiness of their parents and society after coming from an ugly mask that symbolizes painful experience after wounds of trauma. And that's the beauty of transformation. The memories of the tough process of healing that have emerged in us and our community, where we learn virtues and healing qualities. And that's the beauty of transformation. The leadership values that we are being taught, of being examples and always there for others. Our theme of healed to heal slogan. And that's the beauty of transformation. Let's support survivors and believe in the beauty of transformation. Let's join hands and help in ending the cycle of sexual violence. Let's all join hands. Thank you.
I love you. Oh my God. Your smile. Like, I'm smiling so hard. I think my cheek hurt, but it's okay. It's you. I will smile
You will use
for
cold
you.
water. Cold water and the towel will work.
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you so much. And to everybody who joined us today, I am so grateful. And for Hopsicle, please sign up today. And there are two ways you can do this. Number one, you can sign up. Or number two, you can tell a friend to tell a friend. You will receive an email that you can forward to your friend for them to join this cause, because it's Women's Month. Like it's Women's Month. We need to get 31 women. In fact, 31 women is a bare minimum. If you can get us more, we'll love that. So for now, we'll just keep it at the 31. It's fine. We'll just keep it 31. And we'll be happy with that. But I think the Lord will love 42. So please sign up and tell a friend. And thank you so much for joining us today. I had such an awesome time, and just like having conversation with you was exciting. And Faith, thank you. You are incredible. And to every Freedom and Hope member and all the people that have helped us through the years, we are grateful. And you will see more testimonies. And if you join the Hope Circle, you can get to hear the stories and see how far the girls are and what they're doing with their lives, because they're doing a lot of incredible things. So from me, Jean, please have an awesome afternoon. If it's good night for you, good night. And I love you. And please join Hope Circle. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Bye, everybody.
Bye.